and this is my third campaign that I am doing. So, yeah, not everyone's here today for this session, but I will bring in everyone later on. But before that, I would like to all my players to sort of introduce themselves, talk about like their characters, and then we will just hop on into the action and allow them to sort of let's see. Do, do, do.
Okay, I'm on my way. Hey, somehow it went around that problem.
Okay, so something is weird with my stream because it's not popping up.
Uh, I did hear an echo of your stream on your side. It's about a minute late in the sound. I think that's normal.
Yep, I guess so, but okay, there we go. I just want to make sure everything's all good on my end because I know sometimes it's weird on Twitch, but yep, that should be good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I would like all my players to sort of say hi, introduce their characters, all that jazz. So how about we go in reverse order from what's on the Discord um, list. So first on up is Billy.
Hi, I'm Billy Lime, and I'm playing Trevin, a elven with a dark past that he is running from.
Hmm. Next on up is Wordsmith.
Hello, I am Wordsmith, and I'm playing a character, um, Nissa Knackle. She is a forest gnome ranger, who was raised on the streets, actually, and she's got a little pet mouse named Jelly, and so I would say that she had to deal with some rough times, but generally she's a pretty courageous person, and really likes to socialize with other people and get to know other people. But she doesn't trust other people as much, but that's not as easily seen. Yeah.
Oh, alrighty. Next on. Submit. You have some. No. Let's see. So while you. Oh, Oh, really? Let's see. No, I'm not broadcasting my voice there. Because I'm broadcasting nothing to no one. Okay.
No, it's okay. I don't hear the echo anymore. So, hi everyone. I'm Mitt. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm going to play Dog the Desecrator, who is a half-elf warlock whose real name is Bob Sparkleheart, but they don't really like that name. It's a bit too bright and good guy sounding for their taste. So they are a very power-hungry person who will do anything they can to uh, get more power, become more powerful, and they did actually spend a good chunk of time looking for ways to expand their power. A lot of this time was in libraries and looking for ancient and mysterious tomes. And they eventually found a very promising ritual that would grant them a really, really high amount of power. So they did accomplish the ritual and made a pact with the demon. But the thing that they did not anticipate is that the demon, which has heeded their call, whose name is the Voice of Chaos, is uh, is a real prankster, someone who likes to torment the souls of the people that come to contact it, and so now they are forced, in order to get this immense amounts of power, to only do good deeds, and it's really frustrating for Lincoln Dock because they wanted this power for themselves and to, be a really feared and really respected evil magician, but that's what they're stuck with. So they, they do their best.
I'm sorry for laughing, but for anyone who knows any of my other campaigns, that is pure irony. I did tell you guys about our little guest that appears every so often, right?
You did,
No, but I do hear ominous music playing in the background now.
Yes, yes. You will love him. You'll love him. Okay. Last but certainly um, not least, the youngest among us. uh, and I did not mean to rhyme there, but I'm going to take it anyway. Is
Nice.
King Lucifer 281.
Hello, I'm playing Barbarian Kratos. He's a soldier from that still has a pass and does not respect anybody that's not proven a warrior.
Alrighty then. So, let us begin with, let's see. Everyone pick a number between 1 and 4.
2.
4.
3.
I'll go with one there then.
Okay. So, the first one up to enter into Candlekeep. Ooh, so 4, you're going on up first.
Okay.
Me.
Alrighty. So, all of you who currently are not residing in Candlekeep before. You enter on in with a little handout advertising looking for adventurers for coin and rewards. More details at Candlekeep. And you enter on in, and you see just a massive, uh, you can see it kind of like it has a huge magical fortress, and you hear like the odd knickknacks happening all around. People firing flame bolts, tinkers and artificers in the corners doing their own business. Um, all that jazz. And you have been asked to meet in the tavern there. Yeah, the inn. The Candlekeep Inn. It is currently owned by Winthrow.
Okay.
So,
I guess just go sit down somewhere.
alright then. So, next on up. Let's see. Is number 1.
Yeah, about that. Because I have the sage background, didn't you say on session 0 that characters with the sage background would actually already be in Candlekeep
Yeah,
by the time the
Sage.
adventure begins?
Yeah, Sage or anything that you could make a very good argument behind, such as like researcher, um, uh, maybe far traveler, depending on kind of what it is. Any sort of thing where like you get that like, oh, this is what you get from like learning more, quote unquote. Um, that sort of deal. So yeah, you're allowed to stay in the city if you want, or live in the city.
Yeah, I think Lincoln Dog would be residing in Candlekeep, trying desperately to find some piece of lore or some arcane knowledge that would get them to an end to the contract with the Voice of Chaos. So it's a fitting place for them to be looking for that.
Okay then. Actually, you find that while you are looking around Candlekeep, you see that there is a very peculiar little creature that keeps coming around wherever you go. From what you can tell, it is a small baby goblin who just appears out of nowhere. And whenever you try to confront it, it just disappears. That just disappears. And throughout the poppings and out, you receive a little note describing what this little creature is. And you find out that he is Garth, the wild magic deity who just happens to be a baby goblin. And he is the embodiment of your deity that you made your contract with.
Okay.
So just as a little forewarning there. And you had made a contract to meet up with one of the professors there to learn a little bit more about the what's up with all that and research. At the same inn that you that everyone else is going to.
Okay, well, actually, Lincoln Dog can hear and telepathically speak with their patron, and I kind of had this voice that I thought would be interesting to explain the logic behind determining whether an action is good enough to grant magical powers. So there's a lot of back and forth between them, I imagine. So it would go something like, do you really have any kind of link with this baby goblin going around? I can't believe that I am forced to act in the name of such a vile and ridiculous creature.
Oh, Bob. Oh, Bob, I'm sorry, Bob. I don't decide how I look like, Bob.
I already told you not to call me Bob. I have left that name behind me a long time ago. Now I'm Lincoln Duck the Desecrator.
Oh, Bob, you know I don't really care for that kind of titles. To me, you will always be Bob, Bob. But if you want, Bob, uh, you can try and speak with that professor, Bob, and maybe they will find a way for you to convince me to call you whatever you would like me to call you, Bob. It's worth a shot, Bob.
Yeah, I guess.
And okay.
That was fantastic.
And during all that, number, let's see. Actually, going to next on up is number 2.
Hello.
So, so what?
Ooh. Hi, honey. Um, what do you mean? What would you like to know?
Yeah. What are you? What's your character up to?
You know what? Probably trying to stay as well as he can, even though he's very pretty, unseen to the best of his ability. He got probably sitting in the keep's got his hood up, just ordering a drink here and there, just watching how everything goes and watching for any trouble.
All right. So that brings us to our last character. What are you up to? Whoever hasn't decided on. Yeah. You are. Oh, yeah. King already said that they are currently inside of the tavern. So yeah, you are.
Oh, I'm next.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, so Nissa will be outside the tavern and she'll take out her little pet mouse. Jelly, um, I'm hoping that this is gonna be a fun adventure and we're gonna meet some new people. Um, and I hope they like you, but you need to be quiet and you need to be good and I'll make sure that you get a nice treat today. Okay? And she kisses her little mouse and slips it into her pocket and then opens the door and looks around in the tavern.
Alrighty then. So
Yeah.
this goes for all of you as you all entered in. Um, but this is peak hours. Um, for the tavern / inn. And there you see a wide variety of different faces, um, new people, researchers, adventurers, um, the madman named Steve, um, and you all sort of see each other come on in, even though you all don't know who each other, even though you don't know each other just yet. Um, as you all sort of sit on down, um, the note that you all received, um, and for our sage in the group, you have been as well. You've been told that you will have to sit on down at the middle table and wait until 1 p.m. And all of you have arrived sort of roughly at 12:55. So you all sort of ordered some food, uh, grabbed something to eat, and as soon as the bells hit 1, you all see a big of smoke. And right in front of you all is a small kobold who looks like he is in his mid, um, I don't know how to describe it. He looks like he's halfway through, basically. Um,
He's like on day 2 of like his 3-day lifespan.
kind of, yeah. He looks pretty old compared to other kobolds, but not like, oh, he's a wise old sage level of oldness. Um, you all sort of like he goes up to each one of you and shakes each other's hand. Like, hello there. It's nice to meet you. My name is Cinnamon. Cinnamon K. And I welcome you all here. Now, I am happy that you all accepted this little interesting proposition that I have. However, I see that one of you are not here just yet, as he indicates towards an empty seat. I will get back to that person later. However, before all that, let me bring you all to where you all are going to be working. And he snaps his fingers, and all of you feel a sudden, like, and you instantly all get teleported into a small little, labor, um, a study area. A study area where there's a whole lot of beakers, magical items, uh, weird skeletons of creatures of eons past that don't really have a name, and anything in between that you will expect from a kooky old crazy scientist. And
Hey, Cinnamon, was it? Hey, I was supposed to be waiting for someone at the inn. What's the meaning of this?
Oh, that person? That person's me.
So you
Like,
are meant to make me believe that you are a professor here. This is preposterous.
Oh, calm your pants off. I know what I'm doing. Besides, I know all about your deity and stuff. Trust me, I had some dealings with him as well. How do you think I am able to control all this magic in this little body? Woo! And you see him starting to do a little dance.
This could be you, Bob. This could be you, Bob.
Anyway, let's all sort of introduce each other. And I will just let you all know what you all are getting into here.
Okay.
How about, that soldier looking person? Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
So he's talking to me. Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to get a voice because since everybody's acting, voice. Okay, you know what? I'm just using normal voice.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all good.
I don't mind. You can use your normal voice, no problem.
Your normal voice is fine.
What's up to the tiny figure? Uh, and he's since he doesn't really speak much, I forgot to say that. He um says that I'm just a retired soldier, uh, here to get money for my family.
Yeah, good on good. I see. Anyone else want to introduce themselves?
Fine. I am Travin Bergam. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
If it's all fine and dandy with you, next time, a little heads up before you teleport the lot of us to locations.
Oh, okay. I laugh a lot. I love laughing.
And just so there's no confusion, I am not related to the late Lord Bergrim. And if I am, it's a distance relationship.
Weird, but okay. Alright, next on up.
I'm Nissa Knackle, and I'm looking forward to proving myself worthy and that I'm more than just a little gnome. And this is my friend, and she takes out her mouse and she said, "This is Jelly," and he's very sweet, and sometimes he helps me with things.
Well, hello there, Ness and Jelly. It's nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. Nice to meet all of you.
So you just carry a rat around in your pocket?
Says of a cat to her.
Jelly is my friend.
It's a
Do
rat.
you often keep rodents as your companions?
Well, I have an ability to talk to them, so it just, they're very useful creatures.
But
You
it's
can
a rat.
learn a lot.
Hey, I can talk to you, and I don't keep you in my pocket.
You might as well. That way we don't step on her.
I'll hold you in my palm.
Oh, sometimes I let her just sit on my shoulder, but
Hmm.
that's only when I'm feeling brave enough. She's safer in my pocket.
Okay.
And what's your name, sir? She
Gina,
looks at Lincoln.
Oh. My name is Lincoln Dog the Desecrator, but you, Mr. Desecrator, will be fine.
Mr. Desecrator? Really?
I do have to say, that's a very made-up name.
yeah.
Hey!
Wow. Or did you just look in the mirror one morning and just said, I am the Decimator?
So first, it's desecrator, not decimator. And second, this is none of your goddamn business. I want to be called this, and I expect you to call me the name I gave you.
All right, Buttercup. Well, I will Decimator. So I can't take it seriously. It's just like, who wakes up in the morning and just like, it's a great name? The
Yeah.
Decimator. No, it strikes fear into the hearts of all your enemies. Just when you say it out loud, it just sounds like.
I want to make a charisma check to see if I start to cry or not.
Oh yeah, go ahead, roll. Just roll me a charisma saving roll. Because it went right after your ego. Okay, so you're fine. You're fine. You suck it in for a little bit. It would be bad if you were actually a bard, and you just rolled the whatever that bard spell is, like the charisma based one. Oh god. Anyway. Yeah, you take it in with strides. Um and you suck it up pretty good.
I'll have you know that all names are made up anyway.
Not wrong, but I don't think you'll understand that. Usually, when you pick out a fake name for yourself, it's not something that is blatantly like that. Don't worry, I'm not mocking you. I just think it's humorous to me. I am from a noble elven house, after all, so we don't come across folks like you. We do have a court jester, though.
Alrighty.
I think he went by Bajangles.
You're feeding me all these characters. Thank you. Thank you. And while you all are bickering about names, Cinnamon pounds his staff onto the ground, and you all hear a big boom, 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 like thunderous sounds when each with each hit of the stick. Boom, boom, boom. All right. I know you all love to pick it on names here. However, let's get on to the point of why I invited all of you. Now, all of you except one are here for a job. And the other one is here for questions. Now, for my employment here, I would like you all to venture on out and gather and research some, let's say, peculiar items. Such
What do you
as
mean?
the stick. Yeah. This stick makes boom sounds. And he does it again, like boom, boom, boom. You see? Interesting.
Beef.
I honestly thought that was for summoning.
Nah, that's a really loud stick.
So you gathered us here to just research on pathetic themes.
Oh, these are not the pathetic things that I'm asking you all to gather for me.
It's also true and mark of a fool who will just disregard anything. Everything has a use. So continue, Mr. Cinnamon.
Now, these items range from interesting items, such as possibly some warforged equipment, all the way to possibly going into a furnace to meet a contact of mine. And in case you ever meet this contact, you will might need one of these. And he reaches into a side pocket, and out comes a big iron coin with a face. Like a screaming, putrefied face on it. That looks like it's like you can't hear it, but you can feel the like anguish and pain on that face going through your body. Like if you ever come across one of these, he exchanges these for very interesting items. So, as a show of good faith, I'll give each and every one of you a small little trinket. Feel free to choose anything from the walls that are a small little trinket.
So just take something off your wall.
Actually, you know what would be more fun? And he hops up, rushes on over, and you hear like bang, 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 bang. And like things fall on over, crashes, and a peculiar sounding crashing noise. And he comes back on out with a bag. Now, and he opens up the bag, and you all see a whirl inside. Reach your hand into this, and there will be something that you will get.
Alright, fine.
Okay,
Couldn't you make a check first? Just saying.
yeah, roll me.
I don't know if
Actually,
I
yeah,
actually don't as a proficient.
actually, roll me Arcana.
Does everyone roll Arcana?
No, if you want a little bit more about it.
Okay.
Okay, this is just a magical bag.
Yeah, I'll stick my hand in it.
All
Yeah,
right.
screw it.
Roll
Okay,
me. For those who are going to reach their hands on it, a D1000. So that would be slash R. Yeah, D1000, not 100.
Oh,
Yeah, slash
Oh,
roll.
whoops.
Ooh.
Wait, hang on. Wait, just slash R or like
S-
the word
yeah,
roll?
slash R space D, like the letter D, and then
Okay.
right after that, 1,000.
I hope I get the deck of many things.
Nissa is most certainly putting her hand in the bag
Okay, first on
with
all.
excitement.
Okay, Nis, you reach on in. And you get what you can feel as an old urn. Ooh.
Hmm.
Hmm. That seems to be the urn of the wish crazy fortune. I I highly recommend you hold on to that one later on. Uh
Hmm. What does it do?
mm, well, bring it to an old ruined area and mm, let's say you'll find out when you do. Uh uh, next on up uh uh Trevin, or actually
Yeah.
King, uh, you reach on in,
Okay.
and out comes uh, an arcane, um, the deck of tricks, like that item.
He got a deck of many things.
Not the deck of many things. It's just the deck, the Arcana deck of tricks.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, you see that there can allow you to place very interesting items down, and let's just say if you're in a sticky situation, it might provide useful.
So just put a card down.
Yeah.
How useful, he says in sarcasm.
Next on up, Lincoln. You reach on in, and you also grab a deck. Carry together what type of deck this is.
Well, what kind of deck is it?
Yep.
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
No, 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 no. It's a deck of many things. Um,
I've heard some stories about that deck.
Oh, yes, that's a powerful item. Yes, yes, great.
A lot of bad things can happen. I've
Yes,
heard.
I heard you could absolutely just summon up death on yourself with that.
Yeah.
You know, power is no fun when there's no risk involved. I will gladly take this one.
I don't like the sound of your voice, Bob. I think it's too dangerous for you to use, Bob. I won't allow it, Bob.
Oh, come on! You don't. You just hear Lincoln Dog. By the way, you can't hear the voice of chaos. It's inside his head. So it's a bit weird when whenever they start speaking together. Oh, come on! Please, just one card. Sometimes, just once a week, once a month. Please, please.
I don't know,
I'm
Bob.
going.
Is that fellow over there okay?
Oh
Ni-
God, what the
Ni-
fuck?
Nissa looks at Travin. It, you. Who's he talking to?
I don't know. I don't think he's mentally stable. I've seen this kind of mania before in my homelands. Usually we put a bolt between their eyes and put them down like the wild dogs that they'll become eventually.
Well, I don't.
Well,
Well, we
let's do
just
it.
met him today. I don't think we should do that.
It seems to be on the early stages. He's got some time.
Let's just do it now. Get this
I mean, we don't know for sure. Maybe there's more to it.
true.
Okay. And Billy,
Yes.
Tavern, you reach on in, and you feel a tug, and you go right on in, and like you make like a stance of like you gather like muster in this like lifting a hammer up that's like has like Thor's hammer situation in the like Avengers Age of Ultron. Like you're trying to lift up Thor's hammer and like
All right.
and you feel like your arm is about to rip off. Roll me a strength check.
Of course.
12. Okay.
Ugh.
You with like some you pull and pull, but your hand cannot like you slightly pull up harder. And from what you can see, it seems like it is an amulet of some sort, but it's not all the way out just yet. And it
Oh,
might need some assistance of other people to get out.
Yo, not yo. I might need a hand here.
Oh, I can help.
All right. You can re-roll now with advantage.
All right. 16, and you said with advantage, so I rolled twice, right?
Mm-hmm. 16. Okay, with that 16, you are able to pull out the thing. And alongside the amulet, you all see a little something fly on out of the little bag alongside the amulet.
Hmm.
And one of you already knows exactly what this little creature is.
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
Okay, everyone, don't move, and maybe, yes.
Okay, 13. All you can tell, it is a little baby goblin. And suddenly, and it lands oh so gently on top of Lincoln's head.
Christ, man, why did you have a child in that bag?
Oh, actually, it's not just a little baby. His name is Garth. And one of you here, aka the guy with the baby on top of his head, knows exactly who this is. You see, he is, let's say, the embodiment of anything magically chaotic. So basically a deity of sorts. And, don't worry, he's not harmful. He does not try to be intensely harmful. He's just pure chaos. And he's just goofy half the time, so don't worry about him.
What's he doing the other half of the time?
No, who knows? He's a deity, of course. He's just pure chaos.
Nissa looks at Travin and goes, I think he got gypped.
I think I just pulled a deity out of the fucking bag.
Oh,
But I mean,
and
you can't keep that, right?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
and don't worry if he comes up during your travels. He'll just randomly appear and disappear. So don't worry about him. He should be all good. But if you do somehow come across him, make sure he does not get into too much of baby mischief. Oh, that amulet that you pulled out.
Oh, yes.
You see, that is the amulet of the plains. Very, 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 very rare.
The planes. I'm not familiar with this particular item. Do explain.
Well, wearing this after you sort of, attune to it, you sort of call out a location that you're familiar with on a different plane. And, do you know of the spell plane shift?
I do indeed. I may not use magic all that much myself, but I have read up on it.
Ah, well, you see, uh, you are able to teleport to a different location that you're familiar with in on another plane of existence. Sometimes if your rolls are not that good, or sometimes if you don't have the right magical spell energy for a day, then you just magically teleport to a random destination. But if it was successful, then you can travel to a random location on the plane.
Well, hopefully it doesn't teleport me straight to the Raven Queen, and I'll be good.
Sometimes it might have a weird side effect of random planinitis. Planinitis. But
You know what?
where you look,
Anything is better.
so
I think he made that word up.
Yes, I'm gonna pick up the gnome so she's not like looking right up at me and put her on my shoulder. Will make it easier.
Oh. It's quite comfortable up here. Thank you.
Well,
A beautiful young lady like you shouldn't have to yell.
Oh, well, thank you. She takes out her mouse and puts her mouse on her shoulder.
Yeah, his face is just like, oh, I forgot about that.
well, with that, I would like all of you to sort of get comfortable here. And then you hear he sort of claps his hands, and you see that on one side, like on the side of the room right to you, you see a magical door open on up. And inside, you see just a hallway of rooms, like personal rooms for each one of you. Now, you can stay here as long as you want, and and you can make any adjustments here that you want, any personal things that you desire. This is a magical place, after all.
Are we still entitled to some of the items on the wall?
Well, not those. I magically attuned those to be personally part of mine. So they won't leave this little area, but any objects that you pick up along the way will magically appear inside the room, and they're personally for you to use. So, for example, if you pick up a magical talking beer can, or I don't know, a stick, then that's yours, and you can use it to your heart's content.
Oh, great. So now I could just use a leaf and talk to God.
Actually, I do have a leaf. Talking leaf. His name's Steve. Steve's weird. But
How did you know? A talking leaf.
I don't talk to Steve anymore. Steve is weird. Trust me, the fruit doesn't fall off the tree so far. I crack myself up. Anywho, let's all sort of. You can all sort of go into your rooms and customize them, and I will describe what your first sort of job will be in a bit.
Oh.
All right, well, shall we go, my lady?
Um, sure. And you don't have to call me a lady. I'm
What would you like me to
actually
call you?
I'm actually very poor. Nissa? Nissa's fine.
Oh, so she gets to choose how you call her, right? Great.
Unga comes from the little creature that's still currently on
That's-
top of your head.
Well, Lincoln, you can catch more honey with you can catch more bees with honey than you can with vinegar.
You know what? You and I might have gotten on wrong on the wrong foot. I didn't mean to bruise your ego as I did. I thought it was humorous.
It
As
was a little amusing.
he's going to walk up to him just and whisper in his ear. It's like, it's okay. Travin's a made-up name too.
I forgive you.
That's great, Bob. Forgiving is a very good action, Bob. I'm proud of you, Bob.
I like Yoda.
And for anyone who's not other than Lincoln, you'll also see a flare of purple from uh, the little Garth, the little baby goblin's eyes. And I want one. Actually, you know what? Lincoln,
Yes?
please. Roll me a D 10,000. Because
Gladly.
because screw the D1000 system, and I want, and it's more chaotic to not know exactly what you will get. Ooh, pretty high number. Okay, let's see. You had rolled. You hear Garth laugh and giggle. Um. Oh my god. Um. This is too good to be true. Um. You hear. Um. Garth giggle and laugh. And who's wearing carved wood?
Wait, what?
I have a bow.
um yeah,
I also have a bow. I have a long bow, and arrows.
I have a quarterstaff.
Uh, I mean, I have a great club.
Oh my god, all of you have been affected by this. Um
Interesting.
all of those suddenly glow a purple, like a bright purple.
Oh no.
Oh, my eyes.
And they all sort of start floating on up and then drop to
I
the floor. And that, my friends, is all of your wooden items gain rudimentary intelligence.
I'm gonna go over to my bow and pick it up. Make sure that it's still good.
And when you pick it up, you feel like the bow just like lunges right at you and bonks you on the head, taking 1 point of damage. I don't care about your AC; it still hits you, no matter what.
Just what the fuck?
Oh no, just laughed. I love D&D. Woo!
Alright, so now you curse my Dawn club.
Yep.
Make us fly.
Um, the club sort of like waves no, and for the sake of simplicity, um, you any magic like restrictions or if you attack with these weapons on a creature that has a resistance or anything against non-magical items. So like, let's say you just attack them when like pre-magical enchantment. Um, you uh, you can not hit them, but now with them having rudimentary intelligence, they are able to hit any magical um, non-magic resisting attacks now.
So it's like a permanent shillelagh on the weapons.
Mm-hmm. Because I say so, because this is D&D.
Okay. By the way, you can
So
You can
basically, now my longbow has rudimentary intelligence.
It has
Mm-hmm.
sentient.
Yep, it's sentient. It's,
Oh. Okay.
and that's actually perfect because makes it a lot easier for me to do some crazy shenanigans later on.
Okay, I'm going to get away from that child before my bow decides to whack me on the head again.
Nissa starts to like gently like stroke her bow. It's okay. I'm your friend. Come on, we can all be friends.
And um
Lincoln is very excited by this because it's a more powerful weapon, so that's more power. So they really enjoy that, and they actually really like the color purple because that's part of their aesthetic. And if you had the opportunity to look at the character sheet I made for them, you can see that they actually dye their hair purple. So they really enjoy it.
ah, and with that, actually, you hear Garth giggle one last time, claps his hands while giggling, and he and you see right in front of uh Lincoln a small little portal, and he just giggles right off of Lincoln's head right into the portal. And the portal closes right afterwards. Uh, and just disappears.
Would you
Well,
marry
it's nice to
wisely?
see Garth once again. He's just a fun little creature, isn't he?
Very
Oh
chaotic.
yeah, he's a doll, isn't he?
You
Uh,
were not kidding when you said chaos.
well, don't worry. At least, he didn't turn into an elf or something. It's apparently happened once. You know, it's crazy.
I don't think there'd be anything wrong with turning into an elf.
Yeah, then you just have to follow all laws and everything like that.
Well, trust me. Once you get to know him, you'll just love him.
Agree to disagree.
All right, let's see our rooms. And Nissa will walk around, and if the others will allow her, she will definitely want to peek into everyone's room, just seeing what it looks like. Not like getting into their privacy or anything, but she's just curious.
Oh yeah.
What brings you to my quarters?
It's just curious about what your room looks like, because it's just different than mine, but it's fine. I think everybody's room, like kind of reflects who they are as a person, and that's good for me to kind of know a little bit about everyone since we're going to be adventuring together.
You don't have to be nervous or jittery, whatever tone.
You think I should be nervous?
A little, but not a lot. I mean,
Why?
you gotta be aware of the magical palace. Anything could anything.
Are you nervous?
I will not agree.
If you aren't nervous, why should I be?
I'm
I hope you're not assuming how powerful I am based on my size.
Oh, it doesn't take much power.
I suggest you not underestimate me.
I was never underestimated.
Don't underestimate my power. Sorry, I have to get a little bit of Anakin in there. Woo!
You became the only thing you were sworn to destroy.
Chaotic magic.
I think maybe once you see how skilled I am, maybe you'll worry less about how nervous I am. But I'm not nervous. I'm excited for this adventure.
Hmm. Just like the little hawk.
Oof.
And I
All
didn't.
So
right.
who do you go to visit next?
Um, I want to see Lincoln's room.
Ooh.
Well, Lincoln's room is not very customized. It's still really the standard looking Candlekeep room, but with shelves just bursting with books and scrolls and arcane texts, and on the on the table on the table near the bed, you can see an upside down goat skull with runes written in I'm losing my English words. That's great. In dried blood, uh, and when you when you see it, Lincoln becomes a bit nervous and says, "Yeah, well, that's not as bad as it looks. It's just an artifact I had to make a contraption if you want, so I could do a ritual and well, I have to keep it now." And the skull starts glowing, and a spectral eye starts floating above it. And Nissa, you can hear the voice of chaos, and it says,
Hello, Nissa. You see, I I'm the one who was summoned by our little friend here. Uh, hey Bob, did you say that lovely lady that your real name is Bob? Bob, or did you
His
try
name
to?
is Bob?
Yes, Bob
Oh, I have to tell
Sparkleheart.
Travin. I have to tell Travin
"Oh
this.
no, please don't
Oh, he
tell him.
will love it.
Don't tell Travin, please. I beg you, don't tell Travin.
I think we should know one another's names.
Oof.
Open.
I don't think the name Bob reflects just how powerful and destined to greatness I am, so I chose a name for myself. And I think
I think
I
Bob is a wonderful name.
Yes, a great, powerful bird.
Oh,
No.
hail the Bob.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, gotta go. Goodbye, Bob. Goodbye, Nissa.
And the skull stops glowing.
I'm gonna call you Bob from now on.
You have to.
Well, you know what? I want to help you. I think you can make the name Bob a fantastic name. I think you can be a hero with the name Bob.
Yeah, well, that's assuming you. I want to be a hero, but
Well, that's why we're all on an adventure. So you can be better, right?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all here just so we can become better people, and absolutely not because we want power to dominate this plane of existence and everyone else.
And
Right.
and right afterwards,
Oh,
it,
absolutely. I completely believe you.
and r- right after you say that, um, you feel a little like pound on top of your head. It feels like a child doing a little uh,
Temper.
yeah,
Tantrum.
like little fist of furies, which do not do. Actually, what's your AC?
13.
Okay. Hmm. Uh, uh, mm, don't ignore that. Okay. Um, yeah, like you feel like little fists of furies hitting the top of your head. Um, however, the what's your hit points again?
11.
Okay, 11. Uh, hmm, you get 3 points of damage from the little hands of fury.
Ouch! What's
And,
that?
and you see a little note saying, "Don't do it," and very crayon looking baby talk sort of situation common.
Well, I'm glad that we're all destined to be heroes and that that's exactly what you want, Bob. I'll see you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. See you later, Nissa. I'm sure we will have a great adventure together.
And she will head to Travin's room.
Travin
Right?
is. His room is fancy and extravagant. As he has his hood off and is walking around looking at old books and other stuff as he's going to turn around. And, oh, Nisa, I didn't know you were here, as he's going to slip a piece of paper into his jacket. You finding your way around just fine?
Yes, yes, I was looking at the different rooms and I have something to tell you.
Ooh, please tell. Is this regarding our company or the job at hand?
It's regarding our company, the Decimator, or his real name is Bob.
You sly little girl.
Hey,
Thank
what's
you
the
for
laughing
that.
about? What's the laughing
Not
about?
nothing, Bob.
Oh, come on!
Right. Down, shoulders trying to sleep.
He's going to lean down, so he kneel down, so he's closer to you. And how did you learn this?
He has some kind of skull thing or something that glows, and it talked to me, and
Is it a?
it told me his real name, and he was very upset about it. So I had an inkling it was true.
Oh, you clever, clever girl. He is very pretty. He could be mistaken as a girl.
Mhm.
Wait.
Well, let's go speak with our companions.
Yes,
Oh,
let's go find out what this job is.
exactly. He's gonna pull up his hood again and start following behind you.
And she will lead the way back to where we started, the room we started in.
All right.
Wait, so is that my okay?
So, as all of you head back into what you presume to be the main room. Uh,
Licorice. Do you want a licorice candy, Bob?
Yes, yes, I will. And she'll take one, and then she'll take off a little piece of it, and she'll give it to her mouse, who nibbles on it happily.
Oh, this isn't red licorice. This is black licorice. He's just like, want some licorice?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll take some and nibble on it. Thank you.
Handing everyone a piece of licorice.
Ah, yes, licorice, dark and bitter, just like my heart.
Yes, Bob. You have a very warm heart.
Warm? I'm sorry, does he have like a pile of teddy bears in his corner of his room?
Oh, there was blood on the walls.
Oh, tried to paint it red, but you couldn't find enough goats?
You know, they're more expensive than they look.
Do you want me to put you on an allowance, Bob?
uh,
How did you call me?
Sorry, what was
Eric.
that?
I, he asked, "What did you call me?" And then glares intently at Nisa.
We believe that it's a better idea if we all get to know each other.
Oh, you'll know me plenty. And then I try to cast. I tried to cast Eldritch Blast, but because it's a bad action, the magic just won't come, and a little poof of smoke comes out of my hand. Oh, come on!
So you can blow smoke. Got it.
Yeah, you blew smoke, all right. Can I do an Arcana check here to see what he tried to perform?
yeah, go on ahead.
I will roll as well.
Oh, yeah, you know.
I'm going. I'm
Actually,
gonna walk up to him. Just next time you try to fucking kill me, do it right.
and with that actual natural 20, you know that uh, whenever he tries to do a bad action, the same exact thing will happen every single time, and there might be some consequences if he continuously doing it action after action.
Would
Oh,
I
I
know
agree.
this? Would
Actually,
I
I
know
can.
this as well with an 18 or no?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I can tell you what happens if he continues try to use it more. Do 10 bad actions in a row. In a row. Uh, if he does 10 times in a row a bad actions, he will have to roll on the wild magic table. However, it will be a natural uh, 10,000.
Ooh.
And you do not know what the natural 10,000 is. Trust me, I know.
No.
So, if you don't mind me asking, that spell you used, I may not be versed, but that was Eldritch Blast, I believe. Correct? Now, next time,
I'm not done.
you... I'm sorry, can you guys not hear me again?
No, I hear you, I
No,
hear you.
Oh,
we can
I
hear
can
you
hear
just
you.
fine.
I can.
so that was Eldritch Blast.
I don't see any reason to confirm or deny what you say.
That wasn't very warm-hearted, Bob.
Yeah, Bob. He's gonna tap you on the side of the face. It's like, next time, try harder. I've been dealing with assassins my entire life. I am of elven nobility, after all. As he's going to wander back to Nisa.
That one needs to control his temper more.
he, I understand his frustration. He didn't grow up with people constantly trying to get your goat. Bob, if you like, I can attempt to be nicer to you.
Would you say you would be acting with more deference towards me?
No, I'm indifferent towards you.
Eh,
No, I
well,
know how to play the game, and the fact that you just attempted that, I take that as a compliment.
take that whatever way you want. Just realize that I didn't consider wasting a spell slot on you.
But you just did.
Yeah, I think he did.
It's a cantrip.
You and I will be
Oh,
getting
oh,
along
that's right.
just
It's a
fine.
cantrip. Well, when we're out there adventuring, we have to have one another back, or we're not going to be able to make it through these adventures.
We definitely won't, because if I don't have your back, like you say, I simply won't be able to cast anything. So whatever happens, I will have your back.
There you go, you're now on the front lines.
Stand
It's
behind
okay.
you. I would protect you, says Kratos.
Oh, thank you. Someone gets me here.
Well,
And
I just
you,
hope that we
Right.
all work together.
you, you've been quiet as of late.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't talk much.
What are your goals in all of this? The ex-soldier, he said.
Wait. Well, one, after I'm finished with this research that we're going on with them board, I will I will give to my fellow lost loved one family.
Yeah, he said that he wanted to help his family. I remember that.
Noble cause.
Oh, you must be very close to them.
I have a I have a 2-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's sweet. I don't have any family. I don't
Oh,
even know where my family is. I don't even know why they left me on the doorstep.
Nisa, you might not have family, but you have a friend now. As he's going to give you a smile.
Oh, thank you, Travin.
I don't have family either. I'm self-sufficient.
Well, that's good.
I don't think how the wife would like you casting whatever you did on trying to or something on everybody.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
I'll behave for now.
And all of you arrive back into the main room. And um, you see Cinnamon K sitting on sort of at the end of a sort of round table. Like, yeah, sit down, sit down. I'll tell you about your first job. Yeah.
Sit down and motion for him to continue.
And it doesn't take Nissa very much to sit down because she's so close to the ground.
Nice rhyming there.
Now, I would like all of you to get, let's say a very weird item for me.
Another stick.
Not exactly. You see that
Cinnamon,
there.
if I may. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go on.
If on these little adventures, may I take your boomstick?
Hmm.
I think it might come in handy for the jobs that you're giving us.
Well, this is a personal Cobalt family heirloom of mine. So you
But you,
all might have to try to earn it.
but you only live for 3 days.
Not me. I'm over 20 years old.
Oh,
So,
wow, that's very old for a kobold.
yeah, I know. Crazy. But yeah, you see that the outside of the city, specifically right here, and he pulls out map, the map that you see right in front of you all today
Okay.
is, and he points towards the small little ruins right on top. Yep. You see that there is some of the old um it's rumored to be a magical apple tree there. I heard it from some of the gods who come on by my little stead here. So, I would like all of you to try to find the tree and get me one of the apples.
You
You want an
you
apple?
want an apple?
Oh,
It's a magical apple.
It's rumored that this apple has some glowing properties, to say the very least. And it might be a good thing to try and gather as much knowledge about it as possible.
You never did tell us what your research is for. Are you trying to help the people of the city, or is it just for self-gain?
Kind of both. This is a research city, after all. So, the more I know, the more everyone knows.
Good answer.
And besides,
You
it's more fun.
said you said some gods told you about the apples.
Oh, yeah.
Then why didn't they get the apples in the first place?
You know, they're too much of a.
Sounds to me that they curse if we take an apple.
Well, who knows? It's more fun to figure stuff out. And besides, the gods have to guard, right? If they weren't guarding, what else would they be?
Oh, did you say gods or gods?
Guards.
Guards. Okay.
Gaurd.
God.
Guards.
Well, that
Yeah,
cleared that one up real fast.
Is there anything we should be expecting? Like, is it guarded by some creatures or something?
I don't think it's guarded, but from what I heard. But there are quite a few trees down there that grow apples, so you have to sort of test things out.
So we gotta find you your glowing apple
Mm-hmm.
amongst normal apples.
Mm-hmm.
Else I just burn the whole thing down.
No, you're not going to be touching a forest like that and burning it down in front of me.
What do you elves care? All you cares about is just your riches.
No, I care about the forest and everything else around us.
Hmm.
Now, would you all want me to teleport you all there?
We will. I mean,
Oh, that would be quicker.
gonna
Alright
be.
then. He claps. All of you feel the same sort of feeling that you all got before, and all of you teleport right inside this little area. Now, as Cinnamon said earlier, you all see that it is. Uh, there could be no more than 10 different trees.
All right. Well, at least who's a tree expert here?
I know a lot about nature.
Okay, well then find us the right tree.
I'm sorry, that is. It's been so long since I've been out in the forest. This is nice.
I know a lot
Hey,
about nature as well, although I'm used to the coast more.
uh,
And I got the exact same number as you.
well, I see, as always, that we can count on people around us. I will show you how it's done.
You want to cast another pall of smoke?
Okay.
Uh,
So,
you know,
What exactly are you guys rolling nature for exactly?
To find the
Right.
tree.
Oh, find the tree.
Find the right tree.
From what y'all can tell, it's just the same sort of trees. Oh, you can tell that some of them are like great apple trees, green apples, red apples. Um, like half of them are green apples.
I have
And
an idea. Sorry.
oh, go on.
I have an idea, guys. This apple's supposed to glow, correct? We can wait until nightfall and just pick the glowing apple.
Yeah, that sounds
And
smart.
hmm,
You
what
know,
creatures that lurk in the night?
everything lurks out in the night, but if it's undead, I could probably keep you guys safe.
Okay. Well, then
Okay, yeah.
we'll at least try to get a head start in finding it.
Well, I think if the apples are glowing, they're magical, so we could try to track the magic of the apple. Can I do
Look,
an arcana check?
I think you need to have detect magic, but if you want to test out the apples, uh, try to like feel out an area, then yeah, to try to get
Okay.
7. You can't really tell, but you get the feeling. Um,
may I do the same?
yeah. So
Oof.
yeah, you both sort of get the feeling that
Get low rolls.
I
that
good thing we're not fighting.
yeah you get a feeling in that that there is some sort of, from what you can see on the ground and from what you can sort of tell, you there is some sort of magical presence, and uh, you can't tell exactly which tree it is going to.
Well, is anyone hungry? We might as well have a snack here while we're looking for the apples.
I'd like a snack, but the trees are quite high for me to climb.
Can I climb up a tree for you? Um, is
What if
that
we
like a,
break the tree and all of them just fall?
these are not breaking the tree. They don't need to be destroyed.
I said shake, not take.
We knew which
May-
tree it was in. I could send Jelly to find it.
Just the problem is I hear all. Could anybody?
Yes, it could be any tree. Yeah.
There's about 10 trees here. The odds of us accidentally eating it are incredibly low.
I say we don't eat the food here. The apple. We find that
What could go wrong with eating an apple?
like he said, we could possibly. That was
Okay.
Say, Bob, you're the magic expert here. Is there anything that we can do?
Does anyone know any songs to pass time for the night to come and see what apples are glowing?
I do know one from my native tongue, but you probably wouldn't like it.
You think if we sing a song, the apple will glow?
No, I think we have a lot of time to spend waiting for night, and that waiting with some entertainment would be a little more tasteful than just plain waiting. Just like just as if you were watching walls paint dry on a wall.
Or, in your case, goat blood.
Hmm. Well, I can show you all the tricks my pet mouse can do. Would that be entertaining?
Well, then should we start a fire if we're just gonna sit here?
If you're gonna start a fire, I'd ask if you only burn the dry stuff. Nothing off the tree, just stuff you find laying around.
Like
You
a
seem
log.
to really like fire.
I only like, well, I mean, maybe if we start the fire, it's a magic apple. Shouldn't it protect it?
And while you are all, I talk. One of the trees, apples falling off and start rolling towards you all.
And there it is.
I'd like to lean down and pick it up.
All right, you pick it on up.
May I do a perception check on it?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You can tell that
It's an apple.
yeah, it's just an apple. Actually, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 14.
14. Okay. Um. Then yeah. It seems to be just a normal apple.
Nissa will look at all the apples that are like falling off the tree and trying to see if there's any specific pattern.
They're just randomly falling off the tree. No real
Oh,
pattern.
okay.
I'll,
Lincoln
I'll put the
will
apple in my bag.
What were you saying, Matt?
I was saying that Lincoln would try to crouch above the apple to make shadow and see if it glows underneath him.
It doesn't seem to glow per se.
Oh, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Nissa will pick up 3 apples and slip them into her bag.
Alrighty.
Well, you guys get the fire started? I'll keep watch.
And Nissa creates a like she uses her minor illusion ability and creates a little table with a little obstacle course, and it's got like a little hoop and like little tires and like little cones and stuff, and she sends jelly onto the table, and you guys see the mouse kind of go through the little motions and balance a little ball on their nose.
Yes, dance, monkey, dance.
Alrighty. So, you You all sort of wait until nightfall. And as expected, or as unexpected, none of them seem to really. Like, once it reaches like uh, 10 p.m. CLP or CTP, candle, uh, whatever time. Um, all of them seem to have a slight glow to them, but then they all sort of fade away.
Well, that wasn't good.
Did any of you eat the apples yet?
I may have. I
Right.
do have the one in my backpack.
Okay. If you ate it, please roll me a D100.
You know what? I think it's hilarious, so yes, I'll do it.
Okay.
54.
Um, with that 54, you feel the same sort of pull that you got earlier. And suddenly, you feel like you're. You look around, and you don't see anyone around you. Hell, you don't even recognize your location. And then, uh,
Oh.
yeah, and do you see right in front of you an old um uh do do. You see that you are in sort of a fortress of sorts. Roll me a Constitution save. 13. You barely. You feel an almost overwhelming sorrow. However, it goes past you just as quick.
I didn't even feel this bad when I killed my dad.
And right in front of you, you see an old looking woman. Who wears a sun hat. A really large sun hat that's covering her face, but you can tell that it's an old woman.
My lady, do you know where we are?
And as soon as you say that, the older woman sort of leans her arm out. And you see a small logo on it.
Perception check on this logo?
If you want.
Because maybe it's something important. What is my
13.
13? What?
You see a oblivion. Alright, no, the darkest black image of a raven head. As a tattoo.
Oh.
And you see that in her hands is starting to form death stick, which is basically the scythe of death.
Oh. Oh God. I. You're the Raven Queen.
Oh dear.
Well,
How
he's going
did
to
you?
drop to his hands and to his knees and say, "My apologies, ma'am. I did not realize I was intruding on you."
Oh, it's all good. I wonder how you got in here. Well, no matter. As one of the deities, I have to send you on back.
I'm
However,
looking for an apple.
you mean this one? And she sort of, the magic trick of like an apple appears right into her hand. That clearly has um, um, a bite into it. Seems like one of my pupils left apples to teleport to random planes behind. Well, and she tosses the apple to you. I better send you on back. And she snaps her
I will.
Oh, go on.
Oh, he is a follower of the Raven Queen. I will rejoice on the day when I see you again.
And I cannot wait. And she snaps her fingers, and you teleport right on back. And clearly, you feel weird.
Travin, where did you go?
I was with the Raven Queen. I was teleported there.
What? Is that an apple in your hand?
Is it?
Is that an apple in your hand?
Apple. They teleport you to random places. I'm surprised. Knowing her penchant for that. I
Does
was
that does
staring at
that
my.
mean is that what we're supposed to be looking for? Is that the right apple?
She said, It's the apple she gave me. I believe it is.
We better go before we get in trouble with any creatures out here.
I agree.
And with that,
Bob,
oh, go
Bob,
on.
let's go.
I hope we don't get in trouble with the Raven Queen after that.
And with that, you all sort of feel one last pull. And you all get teleported back into the same room area. And Cinnamon is now sitting right in front of you.
This isn't going to be a normal thing, is it?
It depends.
Cinnamon, the apples are all enchanted according to one of your deities, one of the deities.
All right. One more note into this book. And he plops down what you presume to be a 50-ton book. And he just opens up to one of the pages and documents it all down. And with that, he snaps his fingers, and all of you, right in front of all of you, you see a small bag filled with 15 gold pieces in each one of them. Now, this was more of a simple task, but with an increasing difficulty per mission, you can get more gold and maybe even some platinum. Now, feel free to venture around the city. And actually, with that, our session will end a bit later than expected because this was meant to be starting at 12. But it sort of was delayed until a little bit later. Uh,
My apologies.
it's all good. We will, I will let my players sort of say if they have any announcements that they are in, like games that they are in, such as, uh,
Thank you, honey.
um, uh, yeah, do you guys have any sort of things that you are going to be appearing in? Or if you have any sort of games that you'll want to promote, any Twitters, YouTubes, all that stuff.
Nope.
No, I don't have anything to plug. Everything I do is in French anyway, so I don't think I would gather a large audience on my Twitter.
Well, I don't know. I'm an artist, so if you guys ever want to check out Pen and Paper on Facebook, that's me.
Oh, yeah, cool. Actually, I do follow Pen and Paper. I fucking love them.
Oh my god, yay! Thank
Yay.
you.
This is my first stream, so I'm
Same.
hoping to start a podcast at some point, but I haven't put it all together yet. So,
Wow.
but maybe I can speak to Billy about drawing something up for like the art for the podcast.
Oh, absolutely. I would be more than happy to do stuff like that. I've also done cover art for Wes Paul. He's a rapper here in Canada.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Neat. And with that, I am Amen Doctor. You can find me specifically here every Sunday doing this game, as well as the game that I'm going to be starting in just 30 minutes. As my other Magic Gathering campaign, set in the good old city of Neverwinter. Um, with my other group of players if they show up. And on Tuesdays, where after a year of me DMing my first ever campaign, Dungeons and Dragons campaign, uh, we will continue on with the adventures of the chaotic group and the Moon Shay Isles mysteries. So thank you all for watching. I do appreciate you, my players, showing up. And feel free at any point to ask questions, yada yada yada, and I appreciate everyone stopping on by. Thank you all, and have a great day.